Today I'm making dodecahedron out of individual pieces like this one, and I'm going to show you uh, how to assemble it because it is not an easy task. When you putting together the first two pieces, it's very simple. You put in one of these connectors into the cut holes, and then you take the second piece and then just slide it in like that. But the problem is, as soon as you start putting on a third piece, like in here I have one, two, three, four pieces. So the next piece can go here or here. If you to slide this into place like this, and even the two are now difficult, but that was pretty easy. So now this is okay. But how do you put the next two pieces that belong here and here? You cannot put it on from the other side, and you cannot put it in from here for sure. So how do you do that? So the only way I know how to do it is after these two pieces are in, I slide them out a little bit and then create a bigger gap on this side, and then I slide in the bottom one and then try to, oops, it's already, as I said, it is not easy. Then I try to slide in the third one, and it does not want to stay, of course. So now I need two more hands, but I need to put the top piece in, so I slide this one in almost all the way. And now you have to manipulate all these pieces into that channel, that the openings right there, and you only have two hands. So it is frustrating, but if you work it a little bit at a time, this one probably went too far in. There we go. Pull it out a little bit, because I don't know if you can see, but this this thing is offset by 3 millimeters. That's the thickness of this plywood, and so you have to work it in very carefully. And it would be helpful if there was somebody else here. There we go. Okay. So now I have them all in the correct slots, and then the next thing I do is I get a crazy glue, and I really like this one. It's not too thin and not too thick. It's right between. And then I use this spray, which will accelerate the crazy glue. Okay, basically that's what it is. It's a commercial crazy glue. Buy both of those on Amazon. Okay, so now I need to make sure that I have the right gap. I apologize for the sound on that first part. I don't know why the microphone was cutting out, but using a different audio input. So anyway, let's get back to the problem we have here. So now I have all these sides except the last one, right? And as you saw earlier, how difficult it is to just put in one that has two walls to assemble, right? So I think I figured out. I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'll show you how. So I just put these two connectors there, and then I'll slide the last piece into those two connectors until they go down just like the rest of it should be. Now, I have two more in my hand that I'm going to use, and that is in these corners. And the way I did that, do that is I'm going to slide this piece in, and then use this slot here on this piece here to stretch this a little bit, and then slide it in the place. So now we have two on the bottom, one on the top, and then we need to do the same thing with this side. So slide this in as far as you can, and then spread this little bit until you can get it like that. Okay, and then you're gonna say, well, how are you gonna do this one and this one? Well, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna take a couple of these connectors and then just notch out just by cutting it. Notch this one out, and then do the same thing here. Okay, so now this is how it looks normally, and then this is how it looks now. Okay, let me put it on my hand like that so it's easier to see. So basically what I did is I cut off this and that to make this, and then this piece, after I glue the rest of it first, is going to slide right here on the bottom in like that. So it's going to, on the outside, it's going to look the same, and you really can see the ones inside. So that's not a problem at all. So I'm not going to bore you with how I glued these other pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and glue it, and then I'm going to show you how I did the rest of it. Okay, so I have all the sides for the bottom piece all glued, and now I'm going to glue in those two little pieces that I showed you that I cut off, right? And they're going to go right there. Okay, and I'm going to glue the piece on the outside like this, and alrighty, I am down cutting the last piece for here, but I want to show you how I'm going to put this here on a top. So I have to do the same thing I did on a couple other pieces, where I just slide this in like that. There we go. And that side. There we go. Okay. So I have these two in all the way. Now let's see if I can put at least one here. Probably will work. The problem is that this is out of angle, and so this does not want to go in. If I rotate this, oops. There we go. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So let's try this one more time. We're going to go into those two first. There we go. There we go. So I got 1, 2, 3 in these supports. Now let's see if I can push this one here. Oh yeah, this will go. Just have to muscle it a little bit. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3 on. Let's see if I can put this corner piece, this one right here. So, see how much flexibility is going to be here. So I'm trying to line up the, there we go. There we go. Wow. So basically just pulling on the thing did the trick. I of course will have this spot, and that spot. I have to make me those pieces. So as I showed you before, I just got the inside out here. So flip it over. Got the other one. So now I have that piece, and that piece is going to go right here. Okay, so now you can see that I inserted the last piece, and because these right here they won't work, so I only put 2 of them in here and 2 of them on the other side, and then for this one, this one, this one, this one, this, and this, the other 3 sides, I use this. Okay, and the way you create that out of this is very simple. You just take a snipping cutters and then snip off that this piece right here, and then flip it over and cut it again. There we go. And so now you have the piece that fits right here. And then what I did is I glued only this part here. I only put glue here and here and here, not on this side. I just basically put that glue on top, so if I had to remove it, then I would have some chance to basically remove it. Okay. Now the other thing I did is I right here I put in a old light bulb, LED light bulb that doesn't have the transformer here because it burned up, but the LEDs are good. So I glued it from the other side, and I wish I can show it to you. I spaced it out when I was putting it in, and I should have video it. But anyway, and so these 2 wires are going to be the power supply, and they're silicone coated, so they are high temperature, and there's going to be plenty of ventilation. And then I just cut a pedestal. So this is going to be the pedestal. Let me just move this aside because pedestal is quite a bit bigger. And it's going to have these pieces like that. And this one here. And like that. Basically, it's going to be all 5 sides, and I'm cutting the other 3 pieces and the lid, and this is going to be bottom. I'm not going to glue it in here. I'm going to just glue these to the top part, which is going to be glued to the fixture itself, and then over here I'm going to put a adapter transformer from 110 volts, and it basically creates 42 volts, and that's what I need for that lamp that I put over there. So here, let me show you an example. So this came out of let me just go up a little bit so you can maybe see it better. There we go. So this, and I have a bunch of these, they came out of that same fixture, and they are 5-sided, and then there is a round piece on the top. And so these are basically rescues from an LED light bulb. So if you are curious about how to test that, what you can do is you can when the LED light bulb burns up, it's usually plastic, not glass, and you can take a X-Acto knife or utility knife and cut a little bit where the metal piece, which is some kind of aluminum or whatever heat sink basically, and you cut around that. Okay, then you twist off the bulb itself, the top part, and then what you do is you have to then on the bottom, of course, you'll have beneath the LEDs, you'll have a heat sink, which is kind of like the neck, and it's shaped like that. And then the screw, which screws into the socket, light bulb socket. And then what you do is you cut off the bottom wire where the solder is, and you can see that it's kind of around it like that. And you cut that off, and then I use the pliers and I squeeze the metal part that is the screw itself a few times, because it's all plastic then, and that allowed me to remove the bottom part. And then if it's held in by a couple 3 screws on the top, you unscrew it, and then you can lift the LED segment. Okay, when my laser cut is done, I'm going to bring the top piece, and this is the bottom piece. As you can see, I put in these little where's the camera? There we go. I put in these little self-sticking little feet, and I always wash it with alcohol in the spot where I'm going to glue these, and then wipe it off dry and wait until it dries so they stick well, and then press real hard. And then once you do that, they usually stay there for a very long time. Okay, so here's the piece that's going to be immediately underneath the lamp, and then this is going to be then glued on the bottom. This is the hole where I'm going to put the 40 volts or whatever it is, the 2 wires. And then these are the side pieces. I'm cutting the 5th one because there's one for each side. And then I cut a little oval hole so I can put in my electrical cord, and it goes in like this, and it's going to be plugged in inside to the power supply itself. So I'm going to start gluing things, and as I mentioned, I want to keep the base for access, so it's going to just fit snugly against the fixture. I mean the box, this box. So let's put in one. And I'm going to take a crazy glue, and I'm not going to make it very strong. I'm just going to put a little bit here and a little bit on this side, and squared it because I might need to adjust the 90 degrees. Okay, and I know it needs to be adjusted for sure. So here goes the other piece. Now this one I can glue. So I spread the glue the entire distance. I'm going to do the same thing here. I want this box to be pretty strong. Okay, so here it is on its pedestal. I'm going to show you the pedestal. And so I just glued it basically. I don't have any other fastening, to it. And then I made the bottom lid. I made it so it can remove it with like a knife. So you basically just on one end, you prep it open a little bit, and then it unsnaps. And then let's do this one here. There we go. And there's the compartment that's going to have this power supply. Okay, so there's the power supply. It comes from this on the side right here. As you can see, it's plugged in. There's that resistor, and then here's the negative, and there's the positive wire. I put a little shrink wrap on it. So it's not so it doesn't create anywhere a short. Anyway, and now I want to just put it in and snap it the top part down. And I like the snug fit because I want to keep it so I have access to it. So I'm using an X-Acto knife as a spacer. There we go. That one worked. And snapping in nicely. On the last side. There we go. Okay, so let me just show you that it fits nicely. And let's put it down. And I'm going to turn the light on. And it's beautiful. Okay, so you saw it lit up and it's beautiful, and I'm done with the project. I might embellish a little bit the base because it looks a little unfinished in a way. When you're looking at this big side, and so maybe I'll laser cut some couple layers of different designs. Maybe I'll take some of the designs from this center here and make it look like a star with the star in the middle, and then just basically take a dab of crazy glue and stick it on either side. So on all the sides, I mean. So let's hope that you love this project, and I'm going to try to upload the box, the bottom part, but does not come in Instructable. I designed it myself, and you can design yourself one for your size on a website that I will put in a description, and you can go to the website and generate square boxes and hexagon boxes, you name it, how many sides you want it. You can do 8-sided, this one is just 5-sided. And then I'll also put the Instructable information in the description below, and you can go and follow as much of it as you want and make it for yourself. You have a great day.